guys, I'm Lindsey Stirling, and you're watching Media Spotlight UK.
I'm Calum Di Lieto here for Media Spotlight UK, and we're with the wonderful Lindsey Stirling. She's got 3 albums, she's got a book, she's sold out all over the world, and she's better with a bow than Legolas and Katniss put together. See what I did there?
Well, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I like it.
It was kind of improv a little bit, but you know, I was thinking...
It came out so smooth.
Yeah, and you know, I'll just pretend that was deliberate. You've got multiple skills, okay? Because you can dance, you can play the violin, and you can just make people laugh as well. What?
Really?
You look shocked by that one. You were like, really?
Well, if I could be anything in life, I would want to be funny. Like, if I could have a skill, I would be like, oh, I wish I was a comedian. So that's quite a compliment.
Well, you're at the Hammersmith Apollo. This is where we are. The comedians all behind us, you know.
Oh, do comedians perform here a lot?
A lot of comedians perform here. It's like the comedy central of the UK.
Which is obviously why they brought me.
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
They were like, we're not interested in your violining, okay? They want you to do a stand-up session. I hope you're ready.
No, I can't think of anything more terrifying than being asked to be funny on the spot.
Be funny.
I'll be playing the violin tonight. Thank you very much.
You've also done a few covers and stuff, so I loved your Spider-Man.
Oh.
Your Zelda. Pokemon,
yes.
Bit of a gamer.
Oh,
so
okay.
I feel like you are as well, because there's a lot of gaming, like Skyrim as well, and things like that you've done.
Yes, well, it's funny. I played video games as a kid. Like, I was super into Mario Brothers, like the Sega games, and then, you know, in Zelda. And then I've just started, I love game music, and I love cosplay. So that's why I do so many game-related
and costumes as well.
Costumes. I'm obsessed with costumes.
Running around dressed as Link from Zelda, and I was thinking...
the woods.
It looked very cosplay, actually, I have to admit. Yeah,
Yes,
I could see that. You've also collaborated with some absolutely amazing people. You know, Pentatonics, Otto Knows, John Legend.
Yes.
I loved that one. That was
thank you. I was so excited about that when, you know, they actually reached out to us, you know, to me and said, would you like to work with John? Yes.
The legend himself.
Absolutely. John, his last name is Legend, of course.
Well, you know, your last name is Sterling, and out here that means money, so it's a successful thing.
Oh, right, Lindsey Money, that's me.
You know, so he's thinking, oh, yeah, I want to work with her. What I think is great is that all of these critics over, you know, in the past, they were saying, oh, like, you know, violins and dancing, you're not going to make it, you're not going to sell out anything, and then now look at you, you know? And how does that make you feel? I mean, do you kind of want to say, ha? You know, kind of.
Oh, absolutely. It's a little bit, I mean, you know, it was a huge motivating factor for me. You know, at first it was humiliating, and then I was like, well, gosh, I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to show them that I can do this, and I can be a performer, and I can make it. And so there's a little part of me that quite enjoys being able to say, told you so.
Well, it ties in with your book, doesn't it? The Only Pirate at the Party, because you talk about your pirate attitude.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not a very posh pirate. Yeah, you're like, oh yes, I'm a pirate. Yes.
Oh yes, well, proper always.
But it's about like kind of just, you know, just saying, you know what, if you said I can't do it, I'm still going to do it anyway. That kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important, because there's always going to be someone that tells you you're not good enough or smart enough or pretty enough, and you know, sometimes you have to believe in yourself more than anyone else believes in you. And I think those are the people with that kind of grit.
Yeah.
You know, you do have to have grit in order to be successful, I think.
Well, what I loved, I stalked you a little bit on Twitter today,
Oh.
and I loved that you invited Piers Morgan to come watch you tonight.
I did.
I thought that was great, because, you know, he was, you know, one of the guys that said, you know, you wouldn't be able to make it. You
Yes.
have. And now you're like, oh, I'm just performing in London, Hammersmith Apollo. I don't know if you want to come. Or
It's like, I can get you a ticket to my sold-out show at the Apollo. I know, I was kind of cheeky about it, but that's part of the fun.
Exactly.
And he was quite cheeky back. He actually...
He tried to get all the credit, didn't he?
He did. He tweeted me back saying, well, I'm so glad you've, you know, become a success thanks to everything that all my advice.
But, you know, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Well, he put a winky face. Winky faces make everything okay.
Oh, really?
You can say whatever you want. Just put a little winky face, and everyone's like, they're joking. Yeah. Okay, it's
That's
cool.
Fine. I'll go with that. So some of your latest songs and tracks, especially off the new album, I liked looking at them, as in the videos.
Oh, thank you.
You really put a lot of effort into your videos, like not just the dressing up, but also just the sort of the theatre of it all.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. Like,
thank you.
You know, like the arena, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that sort of gladiator / Mad Max kind of feel to it.
Absolutely, that's what we were going for.
Bam, nailed it.
Hit it.
What I found really impressive was the dancing without the violin. You know, you do a lot of dancing with the violin, but when you were doing the sort of, you know, I don't know what it is.
It was like yeah, it was a shake.
And the legs going all over the place and the jumps, and that was all you.
That was me, yeah.
It was incredible.
You know what? When I looked at the footage, I'm not gonna lie, I was very impressed. I was like, dang girl, I still got it good. I was very happy with how it looked.
There was one time where you jumped into the guy's arms, but you did like a backwards bend thing, and and I was just like, what? Like, literally, I was done. I was like, this is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
So it's not just the violin, you know. It's also the dancing skills. I tell you.
I rehearsed very hard for that video so that I could, you know, fool you into thinking I was a ballroom dancer.
Then you got Prism, and what I liked about that was that there's not just one of you. There's multiple Lindseys, you know.
Yes.
Or Lindsey and Lindsey and Lindsey. They're spelled slightly different.
Yes, you know, because they were all different girls. We had to give them each an identity. But that one was actually quite complicated because, you know, I don't think it would be as obvious except for to me learning the choreography. Every girl had slightly different choreography or different counts. And so I felt a little bit like I had multiple personality disorder because I was trying to remember, oh gosh, am I Lindsey or Lindsay or Lindsey? Like, which one am I and what count do I come in on? It was kind of... I almost went crazy, but it was so fun.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Absolutely nailed it.
Thank you.
So if you had actually did split into, say, 4 or 5 people, right? You've got the one Lindsey who is the violinist and the dancer. If you could decide the skills, I mean, I guess one of them would be a stand-up comedian.
Of course. Absolutely.
What about the other
next
two?
life.
If you could choose 2 more, what would they be?
Well, you know, I actually went to college to be a therapist. So one of them would probably be a therapist. That was what I was first going to be. And the other one would be...
A therapist? I like that's
yeah. I was going to be a therapist to work with troubled teens, actually. And I did it for about a year before music took off. So yeah, one would be a therapist, like very grown-up side of myself. Probably the only grown-up side of myself. And the other one would be it'd be a director. It'd be a Hollywood director. I'd be directing the next, you know, Marvel film.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Well, so I'm guessing you're a Marvel fan then.
Oh yeah, those movies are fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm waiting for some sort of Marvel themed. I mean, you've got the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I got one down. I have plenty to go though.
I was gonna say because there's a lot of good music there you can play with.
Yeah.
You know.
I could do the Iron Man costume and try to play a violin.
Yes. Yes.
A violin with like jets on it or something.
Yeah, I can see it now. You know?
Options are
so
endless.
excited by that. Then with Hold My Heart, you had 2 videos for that.
Yeah.
Which is great. Again, more visual, you know.
Right.
So you had like an Alice in Wonderland themed kind of video, which is really good, and you know, a bit sort of. It reminded me a little bit of Tim Burton's version of Alice in Wonderland because it had a bit of a, you know, quirkiness to it.
Absolutely, yes. I love Tim Burton, so yeah, the colors, the quirkiness, absolutely.
And then the other one, which has got, I'm liking this character you've invented.
Oh yes.
Felba.
Yes. She's been around for years. She's never been in an official Lindsey Stirling music video, but Felba is my #1 fan, played by me. But it's been really fun. Like when I first started my YouTube channel, I invented this character named Felba so that I could use her to like announce things, so that I wasn't always self-announcing and promoting myself. I was like, well, if I had a #1 fan to do it. So anyways, she finally got her moment to be in a music video.
Brilliant. I've actually got a fan as well, yeah.
You do?
His name's Malcolm.
Malcolm?
Yeah, he's Callum's #1 fan. He's not very popular, though, to be honest. He's probably the only fan.
No,
Tough
that's
crowd.
not true.
It's not true.
Malcolm and Felba need to meet. They probably have so much in common.
They probably would, yeah. They're both a bit sort of weird and, you know, stalkerish, you know.
Exactly,
It's fine. And then your Beauty and the Beast, everything Beauty and the Beast related. So not just the videos, but like the big performance you did dressing up as Mrs. Potts.
Oh, yes.
This was epic.
By the way, I searched all over the world. Literally, I was calling costume houses all over the world to try to find a big, giant Mrs. Potts costume. I found one here in London.
Obviously.
They shipped, of course, London had it.
Do.
They shipped it to Germany so we could film with it, and it was amazing.
I'm surprised London wasn't the first thought. You know, tea, bam, London. That's what
I
you gotta
know.
think.
Well, I was searching close to us. So I was searching through Germany, then I searched in France, and then I got to London, and, you know, I thought, of course.
We nailed it.
Of course.
Obviously, we got that tea. You get me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you've also done stuff. So I was listening to your album on the way here as well, actually.
Oh.
It's really
number
good.
one fan right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Back off, Felba. Back off. She's mine. She's mine. She's mine.
This just got creepy. Okay.
No, I promise you, I'm not that creepy. But it is good driving music. Like,
Thank you.
especially the last bonus track, which is Voyage.
Oh, Forgotten Voyage.
Forgotten Voyage. See, I forgot.
I
That was
almost
deliberate.
did as well.
Yeah, but it's great because I think there's not enough there's not enough violin music in the world. You know, like cool violin music. You know, I'm not saying other violinists aren't cool, but you know, you are. So it's
well, thank you.
you know, with that sort of electric sound to it as well, and the kind of
Right.
different beats and stuff like that. And yeah, it's great driving music. I love it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
a
like
different
this guy.
yeah. Just
I'm
keep.
your number one fan.
Yes, back off, Malcolm. She's here now. But yeah, no, thank you very much. And obviously, you've got your performance here tonight.
Yes. So excited. Very nostalgic feeling tonight. It's the last night of a tour. So it's the last time I'm going to ever get to do this show. And I love this show, so it's going to be a special night. Super excited.
Well, good luck.
Thank
Crack
you.
a few jokes as well. I'm going to be expecting some jokes.
Don't put that
but, you
pressure
know,
on me. I'm not.
Throw a few knocks in there, you know, something like that. I don't know.
I did actually, I shouldn't do this, but I invented a joke today that I was very proud of.
Go.
So, okay, let me see if I remember it. Okay. So a lemon, he's friends with this orange, and he asks him, okay, where did you grow up? And the orange says, oh, my parents were in the military. And he says, oh, what branch? And the orange replies, naval. Does that not make sense over here?
Yeah.
Or is it just not a good joke?
It's all right. No, it's decent. It's decent.
I wonder
it's
if the
decent.
crew guys laughed so hard, but maybe it's because I pay them.
Yeah.
You know, I cut their paychecks.
I mean, it was all right. It wasn't, you know.
I think I know the answer. My comedian career is done.
Yeah, probably don't use that one on stage.
Dang it! Oh. Well, I would not do that, but now I know. I'm going to stick to the violin.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speaking with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming down here.
Well, I told you, I'm your biggest fan.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.